If you want to know some strategies for meeting people and making friends faster in Rec Room, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be talking about all the ways that you, as a socially awkward person, can flourish in this game. Before you know it, you'll have more friends than you know what to do with, and you can kiss your social awkwardness goodbye. So let's get started. The first thing I'd like to mention is that when I first started playing Rec Room, I was afraid to talk. Look, I may have hundreds of friends now, and people approaching me asking if I'm the real YouTube sensation Tarapeutic, but I did not start out this way. I started off my Rec Room journey as a shy person playing paintball, too afraid to laugh out loud, say a GG, or have a verbal outburst when I got hit. The year was 2020, feels like forever ago. I had a terrible outfit with no style to speak of, and my social skills were non-existent. Some random people got mad at me playing a PvP map in my first week in Rec Room, and what did I do? I tore off my headset, I went to bed, and I curled up in a pathetic little ball. Why are people so mean? So trust me, I can relate to this socially awkward, having no friends thing. If you're trying to make friends in Rec Room, you need to start by admitting that you are part of the problem. If you're too shy, it's very rare that people are going to try to reach out to you. Unfortunately, you're going to have to rip off the band-aid and take the first step. Practice laughing in paintball when someone downs you. Start to say GG at the end lobby in laser tag. I know it's tough. It gets easier. So turn on your mic, take yourself off push to talk, and remember the end goal here, making friends. Focus on the baby steps first. You have to crawl before you can walk. Once you have these little interactions down and you see that no other players are trying to chew your head off just for speaking, you'll realize that most people are completely harmless. Now it's on to the next step. This part is a little tricky because there's no recipe for success. It's all chance, the fate of who you might run into. Start by visiting quieter maps, rooms that have 1 to 4 player capacity. You have a much higher chance of bonding with a stranger if it's just the two of you there. If you choose to visit PvPs, Dodgeball, the rec center, your chances of being able to talk with people one-on-one are much lower. And unfortunately, you do need to talk to people in order to determine whether they're a decent human being that would make a suitable friend for you. This is assuming, of course, that you yourself are a decent human being. I have faith that you are, though, because you're watching this tutorial. You're not running around mic spamming in the rec center. Once you're in these quieter maps and there's only a couple of players present, now's the time to put in the work. Compliment someone on their sword skills in Isle. Tell the other players how scared you are when you're running around playing a horror map like Legend of Wendigo. Just put little statements out there and see who responds. Like I said, this one takes time. You're likely to end up with mostly mute junior accounts, people who are immature, or people who don't respond. However, when you do find someone who talks back to you in a civilized manner, consider that a win. All you have to do now is friend them. I personally like to let them know by saying out loud, "You seem pretty cool. I'm going to add you as a friend if that's okay." And I go through my watch to add them. You can go into people and nearby and they should pop up, especially if they're in the same map as you. I find it less invasive than the handshake, so it's less pressure on the person that you're trying to friend. Once you find a friend, there's a couple things that I recommend doing. One is using the cheers system to send them a cheer. Who doesn't like receiving cheers? It's an immediate confidence boost. You can also go to the rec center and use the Friendotron machine to send them a quick gift. Be sure to personalize it with a quick message like,
"It was fun hanging out with you today in that horror map."
Similar to receiving cheers, people love receiving gifts, especially if there's a personalized message to go along with it.
"Oh, my new friend sent me a gift. That was nice of him." Wow.
Now that you've had a successful hangout and you've followed up with a cheer or a gift, your new friend is sure to remember you as someone that they had a great experience hanging out with, and, therefore, more likely to want to hang out with you in the future. This brings me to point 2. Once you've made initial contact and friended someone, be sure to come back in the next few days and invite them to another game. Be careful not to spam invite. Just invite them once or twice if you happen to see them online. From here, it's great to try and invite them to a private lobby, for example, Golden Trophy, and ask them if they want to help you beat a quest. Once you've repeated this process with 5 to 10 different people, you should start to be able to see who's more talkative, who regularly responds to your game invites, and who just doesn't seem to have friend potential. I have a few more tips to make friends, some of which are kind of unorthodox, so hear me out. You can join the Rec Room Discord server and participate in the community. You can also join smaller servers for other RecTubers such as myself. Team Tarapeutic is the Discord name and the link is in the description below. And once people are familiar with your posts, go ahead and ask if anyone wants to play Rec Room with you. If you're an adult who plays Rec Room, never fear. There's an Adults Who Play Rec Room Discord server as well as a Facebook page. I actually met one of my best friends this way. The other technique that you can use, which I like to call friend of a friend, is asking someone who you do like and are friends with if they have any people on their list that they feel comfortable introducing you to. I've helped others with this technique by sharing friends. The more the merrier. It usually works out great. I also know that you watch Rec Room YouTubers because you're watching this video right now. Smaller content creators love having support for their channel, so search up some of those smaller RecTubers and show them some support. I know what you're thinking.
What does that have to do with making friends?
But you know what? I've actually made some good friends by finding their YouTube channels and commenting on their work, and eventually friending them on Rec Room. The bonus of this tip is that you can already see what their personality is like when you watch their videos. So if they seem like a super chill person, they're really funny, or they just genuinely seem real nice, you can bet that they're going to be the same way when you guys hang out together in the game. Something that I don't have a ton of experience with is going to events. You can find these by going to your watch and going to events. I personally can't speak for the effectiveness of this, but I've heard they can be amazing for meeting people. In general, you just want to avoid the places where toxic people tend to pool, like rec centers and public lobbies of like Rec Royale and Dodgeball. Now, I'm not saying that you can't meet people this way. I've met some of my closest friends in maps like these, but in my experience, you're more likely to encounter toxic people than you are a new best friend. At the end of the day, making friends is not always easy. You do have to put yourself out there, which can be really tough, especially if you're shy or socially awkward. Practicing these new social skills is going to be a little bit torturous for a while because you're not used to it, but trust me, the end result is so worth it. You got this. I believe in you, so go make some new friends. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out, and feel free to check out some more of my videos here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.